Hello and welcome back to our channel, How We Move the Decimal. In the video today, I am photographing some more items for eBay, and one of the things I do when photographing items or listing items is I do bulk of everything. So I will do one weekend where I just photograph, and then I will take those photographs and I will list them periodically. I like to list 10 items a day. Unfortunately, that has not happened recently. In the corner, you can see my husband counting out cards. Vintage cards are nothing to snooze at. If you can find vintage decks of cards, they do sell really well. I also want to apologize. We have been sick for 2 weeks, so my voice does sound a little weird. I promise you I am feeling better. I'm getting back to my normal routine, but we were pretty much out of it for 2 weeks and I was losing my voice, which is difficult considering my job, but I am back and I'm able to narrate over these videos. I will say this is a triopoly board that's in the middle of the table, and we actually sold it already. So it's been listed and sold. We sold just the mat because there was not enough cards, and we actually need to look at the poker chips. This is a triopoly board from 1962. We need to look at the poker chips for to make sure they are not bakelite. That is my recommendation on anything. If you have old poker chips, dominoes, mahjong chips, any of that, I would recommend always checking those for bakelite. Old costume jewelry, check that for bakelite. We use the baking soda method, and you can Google that. You can also get actual kits to check for bakelite, which if it is a high dollar item, I would probably get an actual kit to be very sure of what it is. My daughter, my 4-year-old, was playing with the cards that we are not going to sell because there just wasn't enough of them in a deck. But old playing cards do sell, especially if they're very specific in the deck. We sold one that had like tiny mice on it, and it was adorable, and it was very 1970s, and it didn't sell for a lot, but they sold for $30, and I think we got them out of a free box. But much like it was earlier in my earlier videos with the math manipulatives, it takes a bit to go through and make sure all the cards are there. Same with dominoes, same with any other board game pieces. Some board games, the pieces are worth enough themselves to sell. So like we just sold the mat for the Triopoly game because we didn't have the rest of the pieces. We'll sell game pieces. If you can get your hands on a 1990s version of Pretty Pretty Princess, those sell really well. We have a couple of Franken games of those right now in our inventory where if somebody is missing something, we will put that in, but we always make sure that they're the original 1990s versions of it and it's not the later 2000s or the Disney princess versions, because there's a slight difference in the like seeability, translucence of that, and whether they're cloudy or not. And my cat is making another appearance because I'm photographing and he feels like he really needs to be involved in all the photographing that's going on. A lot of eBay sellers are really, I don't say complaining, but they're pointing out that sales have been very, very slow first quarter. My first quarter sales are usually my best quarter sales of the year. I don't do a lot of fourth quarter sales because I don't have a lot of like Christmas items or toy items. My first quarter tends to do well. I usually have a lot of like exercise or athletic wear that sells very well, and my end of second, beginning of third quarter goes really well for like school stuff because again, I list like mall brands, and right now with supply issues and with inflation going up, it's actually better to buy used on eBay. So that does well. Just the past 2 weeks, I've been selling a lot of vintage bed sheets, and I guess that is, something's going on there. I think it's because the vacation market is going up, and I do notice a lot of times people have told me that have bought my vintage bed sheets. They've sent me messages or they left feedback, and they tend to use them for Airbnbs and like VRBOs and stuff. where rental houses where they like the vintage look and they want the vintage sheets. And I think those are selling now because we're just starting to get into vacation season. So people may want those for their vacation houses, vacation rentals, and that might be why they are going up. They don't sell steadily year round, but usually when I sell one, I sell a bunch. So I've sold sheets and pillowcases. I just shipped out a pair of vintage pillowcases this morning. So that's pretty nice. And then like school clothes and stuff I will sell starting in July. Right now I'm going back and forth on if I want, when we go on vacation, if I want to my store on vacation or just to end all my listings. I haven't decided what to do with that yet. And I still have a bit of time, but I am going back and forth on that. And this of course is just the triopoly mat that we did sell. I don't know why they wanted a vintage 1960s triopoly mat, but it shipped first class. It was very light, very easy to ship. I didn't have to worry about it breaking. It wasn't stressful for me to ship it, so it was easy that way. A lot of the stuff we're actually photographing did sell already, at least the hard goods stuff. My husband tends to do a lot of the hard goods. I just don't find a lot of fun in hard goods, where he doesn't find fun in clothes. And it's not that I'm like, oh, yay, clothes, that's so fun. It's more like I can knock clothes out fairly easily once I get in the groove of it. And hard goods just take so long for me. I have to look them up, and I really don't find any pleasure in that. So he does a lot of the hard goods and I do clothes. With it, and I don't think this shirt or this jersey I ended up listing because I think I found on the back a crack in the number and it wasn't selling enough for me to list it with the damage to the back. So, and we will probably see my cat again soon. I think he jumps up here fairly soon. This one I ended up not listing because there was no size on it. And again, it didn't sell enough for me to deal with somebody not looking at the measurements, having a possible return, having a negative feedback because there was no size in it. So I ended up not listing this sweater because there was no size. Going back to the slow sales on eBay and stuff, I feel like there's a bit of a panic on eBay right now, especially with Daily Refinement getting permanently suspended or whatever he did get. I will say I'm not worried about that. I've gotten Veros before, and the best way to react to those Veros is to take it off immediately. Like, don't argue and don't list it again. There are several things I don't list again because I don't want the Vero. I don't want to have the hassle of it. I don't list medical supplies because I guess Lindy Glenn got her account suspended for several days because she was not keeping track of expiration dates and listings and stuff. Where I don't deal with medical supplies, I don't want to deal with expiration dates. I don't deal with like braces and boots and stuff like that. If I come across stuff like that, I will sell it on Facebook Marketplace. I know what I can sell on Facebook Marketplace and what I can sell on eBay. And if I can't sell it on eBay, I'll sell it on Facebook Marketplace. And if I can't do that, I'll redonate it or I will sell it at a rummage sale. I have several packs of like Beachbody workout DVDs that you cannot sell on eBay. They get automatically taken down. And I know everyone's like, but I see some up there and why can they list it and I can't list it? There's hundreds of thousands of listings on eBay and I don't want to take the chance that, yeah, I might be able to sell it, but I don't want to take the chance of me getting Vero'd or getting a warning or being done for 3 days. It's not my main income, but I don't want to take that ding. I don't want to have to worry about it. I don't want that extra stress. The one time we did have a Vero and I was unaware of it was I came across a large number of security personnel uniforms and I sold the pants fine, no issue. But I got a strike for the uniform shirts because they had like the like official shirts, so you could impersonate a security guard with this shirt. And I honestly, I didn't even think about it because I had got them from the bins. So like anybody could have bought them. So I didn't think about people trying to impersonate security guards by wearing them. But I got a very concise email from eBay saying I cannot list these because they could be used in the impersonation of law enforcement, I think was the actual email. So I had to be aware of that. And I don't pick those up anymore. If I run across them, I don't pick them up. Same with some like FedEx shirts and stuff. There's been issues with that. Not shorts. And that's another thing. If you can get your hands on FedEx shorts, they sell really, really well. I got a lot of FedEx shorts at the bins. I think there was like 16 pairs total. And I was able to sell every single one of them for over 20 bucks a piece. It was very quick. They sold very fast. So I don't know if like the FedEx drivers need shorts or something, or they have to pay for their own shorts, but they did sell fairly well, which was surprising to me. I picked them up on a whim because they were good quality shorts. I just threw down a black Vans shirt that I don't end up listing, but, and I know this, I should know this, I've dealt with it enough. With this, always flip black shirts inside out to look at the armpits. And I did it when I picked it up because I got excited. It was a nice band shirt. It was black. It looked good from the outside. I flipped it inside out and the armpits were trashed from deodorant. And some deodorants, I don't know why it seems to happen more with guys' deodorants than girls' deodorants, but some deodorants leave like a weird silver crystal diamond residue on the inside of shirts. And my husband's deodorant does this. My son's deodorant does this. And so I know this. I should know better. I should know to flip a black shirt inside out. But I didn't, so that was a waste of shirt, and I ended up redonating that. And the Vans sweatshirt here, this one actually goes well because it is a specific pattern. I have another Vans sweatshirt I don't end up listing because there's a discoloration on the front, so my husband and I will end up wearing that, and then eventually my son will probably end up wearing that. I keep finding my hoodies in my son's closet that he has claimed, so we've hit that stage of development, I guess, but no one's clothes are safe. I was joking with my husband because my son had a growth spurt in his feet, and I was excited because I get his hand-me-down shoes. So we were the same size, and he had a couple pairs of shoes he didn't wear that much. So I was like, yeah, I get new shoes for myself. Speaking of giving to my son, I actually ended up giving him that sweatshirt too. It was a J. Crew outlet, and it was very basic. So I could have got like $10 free shipping, which in the end I would have netted $1. So I figured for $1, my son could have a crew neck sweatshirt. And I think he ended up wearing it to school the next day. So winning. If he wears it never again, it was worth $1. And I will donate it when he grows out of it. Or his little sisters will steal it and claim it as their own. My middle daughter has started taking her brother's hoodies and sweatshirts and stuff because she really likes them. These are Under Armour shorts. I asked my husband if he wants them because they're his size. He says no, and I will end up listing them and selling them. Again, none of these, I'm not like, man, I'll make 50 bucks off of this. This is like $15 to $20 shirts. Well, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you tune in next time.